Taste I think 4 It's quite nice On my standard too low. Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Mama Tell You. Okay, so today we are going to be cooking some eggplant. I actually read about a lot of benefits of eggplants, including them being very high in vitamin A, vitamin C, as well as reducing chances of cancer. And also it's a very low calorie dish, so it is actually perfect for mummies like me. Okay, so I found this recipe from YouTube. It's actually by Siong in Cuisine. The dish is called Don't Fry the Eggplant, 3 eggs. You can't forget it once you eat it. So it looks something like that. Okay, so today we are going to follow the recipe step by step. Hopefully this recipe can change my mind about eggplants, because actually I don't really take eggplants. I feel that they are like a bit like mushy and not so nice. Yeah, so you know, like somebody accidentally buy a eggplant for me for my cai peng, I'm like, okay. So today we are gonna see if this recipe is really good and really tasty. Okay, and I actually looked through the video already and I did some research. I bought the ingredients today from Sheng. Okay, so we will be using eggplant, of course. So there are many different varieties of eggplant. Got purple one, got black one, sometimes green, and then we also have some carrots that we are going to be using today. So later we will have to shred it. Okay, so also 2 eggs. Okay, so the recipe asks for 3, but because my eggplant is smaller, so I chose 2. And then we also need some spring onions. Okay, and as well as some flour. Okay, and then we also prepared salt water. Later when we cut the brinjal, we will have to soak it in the salt water for a while to prevent oxidation. And then we will also need some seasoning, salt and pepper, as well as olive oil for pan frying. Oh, and I forgot to mention, we also need this. They actually stated 火腿肉, if I'm not wrong, so I'm not sure if it's luncheon meat. So today we are using this local brand. I've not tried it before, so later we'll see how it tastes like. So now let's prepare the ingredients. Okay, so we have this eggplant. We're supposed to cut away the head and the end. It's really my first time cutting eggplant. Okay, sorry, never eat. Okay, so you have to cut about the thickness like that. Soak it in salt water. Now is just to remove the skin. Okay. Okay, so now what you need to do is to cut it in shreds lah. So just turn them sideways and do the chopping.
So you have to chop it in small little cubes like that.
Okay, now we are done with the carrot. We put it in a bowl. Later we'll mix everything together. Okay, so this luncheon meat is something that I found at Sheng. It's a local brand. So let's go with about half. I never opened this kind of luncheon meat before. The typical one is always like in the can, right? Okay, and then after that, cut into long strips. So again, you turn it sideways, and then there you go. So for the luncheon meat, you don't need to cut as small as the carrot. Okay, and we are done. Then next will be spring onion. Maybe one is enough, we'll try first. Okay, so to save time, you can cut into half first, then join it together, then continue cutting. Alright. Okay, probably I want more. So we'll go with the green part. Again, repeat the drill. Cut half. After that, you turn back. Then cut. Okay, we are going to cut a ring around it. Ta-da! That's one ring. Okay, so continue to do this. Okay. There we have it. The smaller rings will keep it to cook something else later. And we also need to cut into small cubes. Okay, to treat myself to eat the eggplant. Season with salt and pepper. Okay, later we will adjust if we need. So we just roughly add first. Then now we are going to put in the 2 eggs. Okay, then we are going to stir it. Okay, so just make sure that it's coated evenly. Okay, can hear the blah blah blah. Okay, then we are going to add in the flour. Okay, so this is just normal plain flour. You can add whatever flour that you think is good for you. Okay, so for the flour, you will have to use some aggravation. Okay, maybe just a little bit more. So once you see a coating like that, I think should be sufficient. Okay, and we can start to heat up our oil and let's get cooking. Okay, so when you use olive oil, just use the normal range for pan frying. Okay, the extra virgin actually is more for salad and it doesn't have a very high boiling point. So if you use it to pan fry, sometimes it may get a bit smoky. Okay, so just swirl it around. You can hear some beep 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 beep. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is to add the rings in. Ooh. Okay, 不可以静啊。Scoop the mixture in. So it doesn't have to be too full, just like that. Loosely add in. Don't be too greedy. Okay, so we're supposed to fit in nicely and loosely. Okay, then according to the video, must cover for 2 minutes. So just cover. Okay, so now we open it up and check. Oh, smells good. Okay, so we'll turn it. Okay, nice lor. Okay. Maybe I will like this dish, maybe got chance. Alright, look at the color. Okay, same thing, cover another 2 minutes. Actually, I think when you cover, right, it's actually more to cook the top part so that it's not so watery. Okay, so that just now when we did the first flip, like the liquid doesn't flow out lah. Smells good. Okay, so what you need to do is just to keep flipping until you are satisfied with how crispy it is. So in the video, the lady actually used quite a bit of oil, so I didn't follow. Okay, cause mine is a non-stick pan, so I feel that I don't need to add so much oil lah. But of course, the oil will actually help in the browning also. Alright, it looks good. This one. So once you are satisfied with it, you can just remove it. Let me just take a look at the back side. Okay. Maybe I just want it a little longer. So the eggplant doesn't feel too mushy. So hopefully later when I try, it's not so mushy. I think right, for eggplant, it needs to be a little bit translucent to show that it's cooked. If it is like that, right, here, this area, it's a bit white, so it doesn't look so cooked yet. So that one we may want to keep it cooking for a while more. Okay. Should we add more oil? Boy, ever add more oil? Okay, let's try, okay? So now it's like an experiment, Okay, so the oil don't add directly, add at the sides. And then let it slowly flow down. So that at least when it reaches your eggplant, it's not like cold. Okay. You can hear the pep again. Maybe we just cover it and then let it cook for longer. Okay, those that I'm sure I'll take out first, okay? So this one I'm quite sure is cooked. This one not so sure. Okay, so we'll keep it in there, then we cook a new batch. Okay, so right, I think the trick to making this is if you don't fill it up so full, right, the heat will be able to reach the brinjal more easily. Then it will be cooked. Okay, and we are done with this final dish. It's the eggplant cake or eggplant ring. Okay, so now I'm going to do the taste test. So remember, right, I'm not a person who takes eggplant. So now I'm going to choose a piece. Okay, let me just try. Actually, I think manageable eh. If let's say compared to like you fry eggplant with like brinjal, if you fry eggplant with like sambar, you can still taste a big piece of the eggplant which is like quite mushy. This one tastes a bit like zucchini. It still retains the shape. So the outside is like not too mushy. Then the flesh is a bit like, it's not exactly crunchy, but it still has a bit of texture. Then the luncheon meat actually helps to like take away the add flavor to the whole filling. But I cannot really taste the spring onion. So if you like, maybe you have to add more. So most of the taste comes from the luncheon meat. Then the flour and the egg really just helps to hold everything together, but we don't really taste it in this. But when you fry it, it's very fragrant because of the flour and the eggplant. If you cook this for me, and I'm not an eggplant eater, I think I will not be fooled that it's not an eggplant, but I think that I can accept this as an eggplant dish. So it's a success.
So the difficulty rating, how many stars you want to rate?
For this one, the ease of preparation, maybe just 2 stars.
Then the taste rating?
Taste I think 4 eh. It's quite nice eh. Oh, my standard too low. 3.5. If you don't like eggplants as well, maybe you can try this recipe, or maybe you can, make this for your kids and try to kind of fool them into eating this dish. But overall, I find that this is very fragrant and quite tasty. So if you do try it, let me know. And don't forget to like our video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, as well as follow us on Facebook and Instagram. So till the next video, I will see you again. Bye!